I wasn't born with much. I grew up in a small town, the kind where people knew your name but not your struggle. My father drove a jeepney and my mother sold vegetables in the market. We didn't have much, but we had enough love, enough laughter, enough hope. Then, one day, everything changed. I was 14 when I lost my father in an accident. Suddenly, the boy who used to run around barefoot became the man of the house. I didn't understand what that meant until I saw my mother cry while hiding, her tears from my younger sister. That's when I knew I had to be strong. So I worked. After school, I sold snacks in the street, carried water jugs, cleaned fish stalls, anything honest. I didn't have the luxury to complain. I just whispered the same prayer every night. Lord, give me the strength for one more day. There were times I'd go to school with empty pockets and an even emptier stomach. But I kept walking because deep inside me was a voice saying, keep going. I dreamed of going to college, but when high school ended, reality came fast. We had no money. My mother, gently but painfully, told me it might be time to stop studying and start working full-time. I felt crushed until one of my teachers stepped in. She helped me apply for a scholarship. Miraculously, I got in. I was grateful but scared. I knew college wouldn't be easier. And I was right. I worked part-time jobs while studying full-time. I'd walk to class with torn shoes. Some nights I studied on an empty stomach. Some days I'd fall asleep standing on the bus. I even failed a subject once. I wanted to quit. I felt like I had nothing left. One night I came home with nothing but exhaustion. Tuition notices, unpaid bills, and a broken spirit. I opened my old bag and found my father's Bible. It flipped open to James 1:12. Blessed is the one who perseveres under trial. I broke down, not just out of pain, but because I remembered I wasn't alone. That night, I didn't pray for money. I prayed for strength, not for an easy life, but for a steady heart. I said, Lord, I don't need comfort. I just need you to carry me through. Slowly, things started to shift. I passed my subjects. I got promoted at work. My sister graduated high school. We had more rice on the table. The burden didn't disappear, but it became lighter, not because the load changed, but because I was no longer carrying it alone. God was walking with me. Years passed. I graduated. I became an engineer. Not the richest, not the most brilliant, but free. Free from the fear of not being enough. Free from the weight of my past. Free to breathe, to give back, to live with purpose. One day, I was invited to speak at a graduation ceremony at the same school where I almost gave up. And I told them, I am not a success story. I am a grace story. I failed, cried, doubted, and almost quit, but I never stopped. Because every time I fell, God picked me up. Still I rise not because I'm strong, but because He never let me stay down.